welcome back to my channel. Thank you for watching. For those who are new to my channel, please subscribe, hit the notification bell so I give my video a thumbs up. And for those who are returning, please make sure that you're subscribed, because YouTube likes to unsubscribe. Not that they like, they just unsubscribe viewers from some subscriptions that they subscribe to. I don't know why, but they do. So make sure that you are subscribed if you're a returning viewer. Really do appreciate that. Also, give my video a thumbs up because it helps out my channel, and then hit the notification bell and put it on always. That way it'll help with the subscription. Maybe it'll keep you subscribed, and it also notifies you when I upload another video right away. So it's a good option to have also. So in today's video, I like to do what I call a sample Sundays. And it's really just basically just samples that I get either from Sephora or from Ulta or my Ipsy bags. When I get samples, like little deluxe samples, trial size samples, even like the samples that you would get that are they're like on a cardboard, like on a cardboard card, or like a card or something like that. Those kind of samples also I review and show you guys. So today is exciting because I actually got to do a first impressions of these samples today. I try to do as many as I can throughout the week, but when I can't, I do videos where I do first impressions where you actually can see the product, you know, in action. So I gotta say, so far I've liked everything that I put on my face today. So I think some of you are going to be quite surprised at how I created this look. I think you're going to be quite surprised. Maybe not, maybe, because it's out of my norm, you know, to create looks like this with the technique that I use, because I'm more like uniformed whenever I do my makeup. So let's get started. So first I wash my face, you know, with the cleanser, of course. And then after washing my face, you have to use a toner, you know, to tone your skin. So I used, this is something I got in my Ipsy bag. It's called a Facial Radiance Pad. It helps exfoliate, tone, and brighten your skin. So this is really nice. I think maybe this is something I might want to buy in the future, because I tried it today after I cleansed my skin, and I loved it. I loved the way it felt. I didn't get a tingling sensation. It just felt natural. I didn't feel any kind of irritation or redness or burning sensation when I tried this pad on. And this is some of the concerns of some, this is from First Aid Beauty, if I didn't mention that. And it's for sensitive skin. So I think that kind of helped, you know, that kind of helped a lot. That's the reason why it didn't irritate my skin, and it didn't leave like any like stinging or redness on your skin after applying it. And it also exfoliates. So it's a good product to, you know, to use or to put into your staples of skincare, because I do find that some people, you know, who do skincare, you know, do complain about some exfoliants, you know, being very harsh on their skin. Another thing that what I like about this is that it's travel. It's easy to carry, put in your bag. And not only that, it's travel. Like, the pads are not that, they're like a good size pad. It's a round pad, and it's a good size pad for your skin. And you don't have to carry a toner or a cotton pad with you. Or even if you don't even travel, if you're just like, you just wake up, you just want to wash your face and just want to tone your skin, and you just grab one of these pads, just tone your skin with it, and you're ready to go. You don't have to grab your bottle, put toner on the pad, and then, you know, tone your skin. Or you even have some of the ones that you just spray, which is on the going really fast. But sometimes, you know, for me, I want to make sure that it's settled into my skin. So I don't know, I just like a pad better. But I'm not gonna knock the spray ones either, but it's just, I like a pad, you know, better than that. So this is what I tried today before coming on camera. I tried this pad, and I do recommend people to try. This is just first impressions, you know, my recommendations for first impressions. I haven't you know, use this product for years or months or weeks or anything like that. So this is, I didn't have any reaction with it the first time. And usually sometimes, you know, when you use a product for the first time, you might have a reaction. But in this case, that didn't happen to me. So I'm glad I tried that. Let's move on with the next item, next sample that I used. Instead of using a moisturizer, I went ahead and I used a primer. Okay, so I got this sample in my Sephora, and a Sephora haul or a Sephora shipment, and it's the, oh my gosh, and it's the Tarte Quench Primer. I'll tell you, when I put on this primer, it did feel wet, like a really watery, like a water-based kind of primer, but then it started to seep into my skin, and it's a hydrating primer, so my skin, I felt like my skin needed it a lot because it started to seep into my skin, and it wasn't as watery as it did when I first applied it, you know, because it is a hydrating primer, so it's supposed to hydrate your skin. If your skin is, you know, getting dry or a little thirsty, it's gonna need some hydration. So that's what it did. So it seeped into my skin before I even applied a foundation. So as you can see, this, okay, so this card I got, I'm not sure if, yeah, I told you the Sephora. I got this in a Sephora shipment that I purchased, and I got this as one of the samples. It has a primer and it had the foundation. Okay, so really, to be honest, okay, are you really gonna be able to do your whole face with just one of these little what do you call it, patches, you know, that they put on here, little patches? You know, you're not gonna do your whole skin with just one little patch. So what I did is I used it to do my whole face. Okay, so that's the technique I was trying to tell you, that you might be quite surprised at how I use this product. So let me tell you something about this product. Okay, and I'm just telling you first impressions because I have not tried this. I haven't tried any of these products for several days, several months, but I am in love with this primer. Okay, so I fell in love with this primer now, and I have to have it because it felt good on my skin. I felt like it hydrated my skin as well. I felt like, you know, my skin didn't look dull, didn't feel dull or dry, or it didn't look like that. And I had already washed, you know, I had already, you know, cleansed my skin, and I toned, and so my skin looked clean, you know, and then applying the primer, it just made it look more hydrated. You know, I guess I'm not sure if I'm explaining myself correctly to you guys, but you know, if you understand, you know, just it looked more hydrated once I applied the primer on, because after you cleanse your skin and you put toner on, your face tends to look not dry, but it just tends to look just normal. But when I put the hydrating primer, it kind of like livened up my skin, if you kind of understand what I'm trying to say. So after the primer, I went ahead and applied foundation. Like I said, you know, one of these little swatches is not gonna do your whole skin. But okay, so let me tell you what I did. So what I did, I went ahead and I have more of a light skin tone. So what I did, I went ahead and I used this shade 15 in Fair Light Neutral. I used that for my under the eyes, in the areas where I wanted to highlight, because it's just a small little swatch. So you're not gonna do your whole face with that. So I just did under the eyes, and I did really, I think I just did mostly around the eyes. I used this color for around the eyes because that's where I like more, you know, to brighten up my skin, to brighten up the area on my skin where I want brightening, because it's under my eyes. You know, I like my under eyes to look a little bit more popped and more brighter than, you know, dark. So I used that under my eyes, and maybe did I use it anywhere else? No, I think it was just under my eyes. So I used this you know, this side for under the eyes, which is the 15 in the shade Fair Light Neutral. And then I used the 27S Light Medium Sand and I use that for the rest of my skin, like my nose, my cheeks, around my chin, you know. So I try to use the rest of that around the areas around the rest of my face where I'm not gonna contour, you know. So because I know that I was going from light to dark and dark and darker, right? So I knew that I was going to use the darker shades for contouring. So before I get to the darker shades, I was using the lighter shades. So I was going from light to darker. So I started just applying the lighter shade under my eyes, like I said, and then the shade that was going to match my skin tone in the areas where I wasn't going to contour, because I knew that I was going to go from light to dark and dark and darker. So as soon as I got to the third one, which is the 32G medium golden shade, I started to use that as, you know, to start my contouring. Okay, so I used that, and it still looked like, you know, my skin wasn't like dark enough, or like I didn't see like little chiselness or any kind of, you know, chisel to my skin. So I went ahead and I just tried going darker. So after that one, I used the 53G deep golden, and so this is where it starts to get a little darker. So that I did use to contour my skin, like on, you know, the sides where my cheekbone structure is, my jawline, and up here by my forehead. You can see I have some dark areas, and that was from that foundation. And then it got to where it got a little darker, and this one's a 57N Rich Neutral, and I was able to use this as like a little bronzer, and I used it on my nose. I used it also where I did my contour. I did it like on my jawline. As you can see, this side looks a little darker, but as you can see, my face looks a little bit more defined, it's giving me more of like a chiseled look. So this is what I did. This is the technique I used, using all the shades of my sample card. And by the way, this is a safe foundation. So if you're looking for a foundation that you don't know what your skin tone, what your skin color is gonna be, and I think it only comes in these shades. I do gotta say, it doesn't go any darker than the one that I use, which is the 57N Rich Neutral. It didn't go any darker than that. So I don't think they have more shades. You know, I don't think they have any more darker shades. That's the only con about this Tarte Rainforest of the Sea foundation. It also has SPF. Maybe that's the reason why I didn't buy it, because SPF which it does have titanium dioxide and zinc oxide in it, which I'm going to take this off anyways after the video. But this has that SPF in it, and I found it to be very safe to apply on your skin. I found it very safe, you know, and it felt really, and I feel like my skin looks really smooth right now, really smooth. It's like, it's from light to medium coverage. So you do want to use a concealer if you have any areas that you may want to like cover up. So I did use my concealer. Which was it? I did use my Tarte concealer. I don't know why I didn't show y'all this first. So I applied this first before applying the foundation. I do want to tell you that. This was the first step I did. I applied this first, and then I applied my foundation. But I love this foundation. I gotta tell you, if I wasn't allergic to the zinc oxide in the sunscreen that's in this foundation, I would have bought that foundation. But I definitely will keep in mind, I do have some samples of the Quench hydrating primer, so I'm gonna keep that in mind, you know, to purchase them in the future if I ever run out, if I run low of them. And then this is the sharp Tarte Shape Tape that I used, and this is in the shade 29 in light to medium, which was perfect, you know, because like I said, my skin tone is light, but light to medium is not bad either. It, you know, I can work with it. So I also have, so the last two items in my box are, so the last two items in my bag is an eyeshadow palette. So the last two items in my bag is an eyeshadow duo, and then I have this glitter from Artist Couture, and it's the shade is Golden Hours, the Diamond Lights Finisher, Loose Pearls. So I think this is like this is glitter. You need glue to apply this on your eyes. It gets all over your. Let me let you know that it does get all over your skin. This one does. This Artist Couture highlighter. What do they call it? Diamond Lights Finisher. I'm not sure if it's for the eyes or if it's for the skin, but for the eye, I think it's more for the eyes because it has the consistency of this, if you can see that. It's so glittery. When I rubbed it, it did shimmer. You can see a little shimmer when I rubbed it, but on its own, if you don't rub it or smooth it out on your eyes, you're not going to get a shimmer, but you're going to get more of like glitter specks on your eyelids. And I think this is where I didn't rub it. I didn't use a brush to smudge it on my lid for it to give me that shimmer, and I think that would have gone really well with the eyeshadow palette this is the Element Beauty palette. It's in the shade Lilac Skies and Breeze eyeshadow duo, and this is the one I got in my Ipsy bag as well, and it looks like this. It has a pink or lilac shimmer along with like a peachy tone shimmer. Love it's what's on my eyes right now. It's what's in my eyes. So I use that, and then I put this on top of my lid, you know, to give me like some kind of like a glittery, I thought it was like a glitter, so just to give me like some glitter specks on my lid, because the brush that I used to apply it, it was my fault. The brush that I used to apply it was a round brush, and that round brush is more of like diffusing instead of like patting, and I think I should have used a more of like a flat shader brush. So, and I didn't do that, so so I'm not gonna apologize, because I guess I should apologize to y'all by saying I probably didn't use it properly. Aren't y'all proud of me? How I got to use all these cards, the little swatching cards on my skin, how I used them so they won't all go to waste. I hate to be wasteful in throwing away good products, you know, so I'm like, I'm gonna contour and bronze with the darker shades. So that was my idea, my plan, and what I did, and that's what I did. So thank you for watching, my gents. That's all I have for you today for this Sunday. I hope you enjoyed it, and thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. All right, bye.